Hi guys, I'm Monsi, and today I'm going to explain to you the four main types of chords in music: major, minor, diminished, and augmented. So let's start with the basics. A simple three-note chord has three main notes: the root, the third, and the fifth. The root is where we start, and then we build the other notes above it. The third is the second note in the chord, and the fifth is the third note. The distance or the steps between these notes are what make the chords sound major, minor, diminished, or augmented. So a specific step that you have to understand in order to build these chords is a half step. And so if you look at the keyboard, you'll see white and black keys. A half step on a piano is simply moving from one key to the very next key, whether it's from a white key to a black key or from one white key to the next white key if there's no black key in between. So now we can get to the chords. Let's start with the major chord. So we're going to use C as our example. So now we're going to build a C major chord. So we start with our root, which is the C, and from there to get to our third, we're going to have to count 4 half steps. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and that lands us on E. And then from E, we count 3 half steps to get to our fifth, which is going to be 1, 2, 3. And so there we see a C major chord is going to consist of C, E, and G. Hopefully half steps make a bit more sense now, because the minor is going to be flipped, where it's going to be 3 half steps from the root to the third and 4 half steps from the third to the fifth. So once again, using C as the root note, we're going to build a C minor chord. So starting from C, we're going to count 3 half steps, 1, 2, 3, and that puts us on E flat. And then from E flat, we're going to move 4 half steps. So 1, 2, 3, 4, which puts us on G. So a C minor chord consists of C, E flat, and G. Next up is our diminished chord, which is really simple. It's just 3 half steps from the root to the third and 3 half steps again from the third to the fifth. So starting on C again, we're going to count 3 half steps. So 1, 2, 3, which puts us on E flat, and 1, 2, 3 again, which puts us on G flat. So a C diminished chord consists of C, E flat, and G flat. Now finally we have our augmented chord, which is 4 half steps from the root to the third and 4 half steps again from the third to the fifth. So using C as our root again, we're going to count 4 half steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, which puts us on E, and 1, 2, 3, 4 again, which puts us on G sharp. So a C augmented chord will consist of C, E, and G sharp. Okay guys, so that concludes the video. Hopefully that made a lot of sense. We use C as the example for most of the explanations, but remember, as long as you know the half-step patterns that are associated with each type of chord, then you can literally build any chord that you want on any key. So like for example, if I want to create like a G minor, then I can be like, okay, so minor has a 3-4 pattern of half steps. So from G, count up 3 half steps, and then from there, count up 4 half steps, and then boom, you got a G minor. So yeah, you can apply this to literally any key.